inspired by their coach, Tommy Raudonikis, and the players in good spirits. These two clubs, Blocker, had some of the great encounters of the 70s. Oh. Sometimes bloodbaths at Lidcombe Oval.
This will be interesting too. Desi Hasler playing against his old club for the first time. And Manly beaten in their first game by North Sydney, which was a bit of a shock too, I might add.
There's Desi Hasler, the veteran who has decided he wanted to go around for at least another season. Mick Lewis is our referee. Willis will get proceedings underway for the Magpies.
Illawarra block. Illawarra
it was, yeah, sorry.
Beat Manly.
Yep.
And Manly will have to beat West by more than 18 points to get themselves back into the top part of the draw tomorrow.
That's true. I'll tell you, if West win, they go to the Cup. Manly must win by 10 points to go into the Cup. So there's a couple of scenarios there. We're underway.
And they were very impressive in their first game too, Western Suburbs. A number of great players in their side. Brendan Pearson scored a couple of tries. The McGuinness brothers, he scored 2 tries. Desi Hasler leading the way for the Magpies.
Yeah, big, very strange feeling for Des Hasler out there in the Magpies colours up against his long-time club. And Manly, they'll mean business after that loss to Illawarra. Lions.
Certainly a couple of players they'll miss Manly from their last few 7 seasons. Desi Hasler's one and Matthew Ridge is the other.
Hopewadi is on his way but pulled down in desperation defence by Ken McGuinness. Last tackle. The Sea Eagles. Cliffy's gone without it. Knocked back is the call. Sidaris, the kick. Will Pearson be able to get out of his ground? He can't.
Yeah, tremendous chase there from Craig Hancock. Very underrated player there. He makes the tackle on Brendan Pearson. And there's more pressure to be put on from this Manly side. That's a better start from them, Jason. They look a little bit more enthused in this game against Western Suburbs.
Yeah, that's a great start. To get 2 sets of 6 back-to-back against the side is going to have West struggling for the rest of the game.
He's back. Craig Innes. Danny Moore goes without it.
Well, that will be a sigh of relief for the Western Suburbs side. Second tackle. Danny Moore has gone without the football. That'll be a feed to the Western Suburbs Magpies about 40 metres out from their own line.
Just reminding you, if West win, they go into the Cup. Manly must win by 10 points to go into the Cup.
I think it's 18, Terry.
It's 18, is it?
Yeah, Manly are -4 and West are +14.
Oh, that's an even bigger task for the Sea Eagles. They need points, they need a lot of them, and they need to score them quickly. Magpies in the box seat. Nil all the scoreline. Through the hands. Willis. Who works so well with this man, Pearson. Play on is the call. The chase is on. The Magpies will score. Great play by McGuinness.
Well, he just hasn't got enough speed, has he, young McGuinness? Unbelievable pace shown there. Lucks of fortune again for the Magpies. A loose ball on the inside from Brandon Pearson. The ball went to ground. Here it is. He tries to beat Gartner on the outside. The speculator on the inside. The kick through from McGuinness. And have a look at the speed of this young fellow.
Kevin McGuinness, he kept it on the toe. He knew what he was doing. And then he absolutely scorched across the turf to get to the ball. Great try. Damien Kennedy converts. And now the Magpies lead by 6 points to 0. That's exactly the start they needed, Jason Taylor.
Yeah, it certainly is. It hurts me to see Andrew Willis not take the field goal attempts after what he did to us last year at Campbelltown.
Exactly, that last-minute field goal, which cost North Sydney victory on that Monday night at Campbelltown. With the hands of Lions. Menzies, now Innes. Simple, it's just numbers. Danny Moore goes across, gets gets the ball down and makes it 6 points to 4.
Well, that's the Manly we're used to watching. Cliff Lyons again involved. A set play there from Manly to get the extra man. And in the end, it's Danny Moore who scores the try. The set play here, Lyons involved, the long pass, Menzies, quick hands, Innes, Desi Hasler comes across in cover defence. Moore just a little bit too much pace. The conversion unsuccessful from Craig Field. The scoreline, Western Suburbs 6, Manly 4.
The good teams make tries like that look easy, don't they?
They certainly do, and Craig Field, former Rabbitoh, stepping out in the Manly colours. It's a while to get used to the new look. Players look so different in different colours.
Yeah, it does too, doesn't it? I mean, it's going to take a little while for Craig Field to settle into Manly style of play, but I'm sure he will. He's a tremendous young player.
Siri Lang for the Magpies loses his jumper, and the ball is now wrapped up in it. So as Siri Lang gets it out and play on. Hasler looking for a way through against his old teammates. And Craig Innes says, come here, Desi.
He's a good defender, isn't he, Jason? Craig Innes.
Georgialis back on the
rarely
inside.
misses.
He does. He really adapted to the Optus Cup really quickly, Craig Innes, in defence.
McGuinness. This is Ken McGuinness. Taken out in back play, was he? The referee says he was. Jimmy Sedaris, as we've seen throughout his career, had plenty to say to the referee. But it's an argument you just can't win.
It'll be hard to stop here, Pearson. Oh,
bounced it. So Brendan Pearson, who went himself, play will come back to the 20-metre line for a tap restart.
There was no need for that. There was a perfect opportunity to go well ahead. They had 6 tackles, only 10 metres out. Manly will make you pay.
Well, Hopewadi can't handle it.
Manly are playing like a team who know they need to win by 18, aren't they?
Exactly. And the clock is against them because there's inside 45 seconds until the half-time break.
Every time West have the ball, regardless of whether they score or not, if they hold it for 6, they tick the clock down, the chances become less and less that they're going to lose by that margin.
That should be the first thing that their coach, Tommy Rodonica, speaks to in the half-time about. Just completion. That's all you have to worry about, man. We have to take all the chances.
Damien Kennedy. Kennedy is straight through. He has absolutely busted them wide open. And this is a soft try. Damien Kennedy.
He reminds me of Les Boyd.
Young back
Kennedy
with a big future.
He skipped out of the tackle, the attempted tackle there from Craig Field. He went low on a much bigger player, just skipped out of the tackle. Very powerful in the legs, Kennedy. And a tremendous try to that young man. Western Suburbs in front.
And the conversion successful. These points are all hurting Manly's chances of making it to the Cup.
Here it is, what Jason Taylor and I were speaking about a little bit earlier, about you must be able to tackle one-on-one. And then we see Craig Field just couldn't handle the much bigger player.
The Magpies, there's coach Tom Raudonikis. He'll be right in their ear, Jason Taylor. He won't let them back off one iota.
As we were talking about the fact that they know Manly have to score those 18 points, but they don't want to be going into the game thinking, oh, well, OK, it doesn't matter if we lose, we just don't let them win by 18. They go into the game positive, play like they've been playing, maybe not the drop ball on the first tackle, which we saw right on the line, but control the ball, the chances are there, take them, and they keep going the way they are. They won't only get into the Cup, but they'll beat Manly.
Yeah, West can afford to lose, Blocker, by up to 10 points and still make the Cup quarterfinals, but that man wants to see his side take winning form into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I don't think Tommy would be too happy, and the players are all competitive too. As Jason will probably be able to tell you a little bit better than me, but they want to win these games.
To go into the quarterfinals, having beaten Manly, who have come into the competition as the favourites, will be a great boost for them, that's for sure.
Well, Manly lost their earlier game to Illawarra by 14 points to 10. Now, that loss was only their second in 4 seasons of the Coca-Cola World Sevens. So that's just how competitive and how successful Manly have been at these championships.
It certainly shows, Jason, that Manly made the benchmark for the Sevens, and now everyone's, you know, pretty well catching up, and they are known as, when you come and play in the World Sevens, the team to beat. At the moment, West 12 points to 4 ahead of Manly. Manly need to score.
The kickoff, we're underway. Should be a great second half. McGuinness wrestled to the ground. This time by Sidaris. Willis, who's coming to the side with Cherry Mesher, a late withdrawal. And Willis forms a sensational partnership with Brendan Pearson. Damien Kennedy, the try scorer just before the half-time break. Desi Hasler, the former Sea Eagle, now looking to bury them in the Cup playoff. And a loose ball.
Well, we've seen a number of times his hands in the tackle. It's a Manly feed here. The new look Cliffy Lyons, short crop of hair there. Clifford.
I bet Cliffy Lyons would be wishing Desi Hasler was next to him in a Manly jersey at the moment, looking at the scoreboard and knowing what's got to be done.
And they formed a match-winning combination over many a long year, Hasler and Lyons. And now Manly must do it without Des. Field. That pass was a tough one back on the inside. It was hard.
Well, it's just a comedy of errors so far for Manly. Craig Field not happy with himself.
And it's going to take Craig Field quite some time to fit into Manly's pattern of play. They're three-time champions at the Sevens, Manly.
Very hard to fit in with the number 7 jumper too, I could imagine. I mean, Jeff Tooby, one of the greats of our game.
Won't give it up easy. Here goes Hasler. Steps and...
pass it to a Manly player.
He's called for that, Hancock. Desi, I'm off you.
A bit of a brain fade by Desi. Innes. Hopewadi. Can he get on the outside of McGuinness? He can't.
That's good defence there from McGuinness, Jason. A lot of people have been saying over the last few years McGuinness's defence isn't that good. Today, he stopped many a raid from Manly.
John Hopewadi trying to go around the outside is so hard to stop.
Gartner. Now Lyons looking to drive Manly towards the try line. There's a gap back on the inside, and that's exactly where Menzies came. Hopewadi, McGuinness. Can McGuinness stop him? Hopewadi. Too strong, too much speed on the outside, and simply too good in the end.
Yeah, well, a few odds there. He's tried it on a couple of occasions. McGuinness has come up trumps there, but this time, Hopewadi, too strong. Steve Menzies involved in the play in the middle of the ruck, the long ball out, and Hopewadi, too strong. There's that long spiral pass. Here's the outside, tries to beat him. McGuinness matches it with him for speed. He bumps away from him once. McGuinness comes again, but can't stop the try being scored.
A sign of a good player, Jason, that Hopewadi continued to back himself on a number of occasions against McGuinness, and he eventually got the money.
He's such a strong player. McGuinness has got him a couple of times when he's tried to go around him, but when he gets that close to the line, you've really got to be right on top of him if you're going to stop him.
Manly and the Magpies. 12 points to 8. The Magpies in front.
Just a strong run there from McGuinness. Good 15-metre gain. Siri Lang now.
Willis, a dummy half. Through the hands. Georgialis, the little kick. The chase is great by McGuinness.
Try.
No try. Manly got there first and forced the ball.
It's a line drop out. This is another opportunity for the Magpies. Let's see what they can do.
Short kick off. It goes the 10. I thought Hancock got his hand on the ball too quickly inside the 10. And now the Magpies back on the attack. Pearson.
Unstoppable.
Pearson backs himself, and why not?
Jason Taylor, how good is this bloke from 10 metres out? I've seen him do it in the 13-a-side game. No problem, backs himself from dummy half there. Power to burn.
He's very strong on the legs. He's very good at hitting a gap at any time. He runs off Paul Langmack a lot in the 13-a-side game, and he's very hard to stop. If it's one-on-one or even two-on-one at times, he goes through the tackle.
Brandon Pearson has been in great form so far in the Sevens, picking up 3 tries in the earlier game.
Well, I think he's destined for bigger things in our game. I think he's got representative player written all over him. I know he played for country last year, but I think he can go higher than that.
Damien Kennedy. with the drop conversion is successful. And the mighty Magpies, they stretch that advantage now. And Manly very quick to counter-attack. Great work. Sodaris trying to get the ball back to that try-scoring machine in Menzies. But it was to no avail. And they withstand another raid to the Magpies.
I didn't get to see much of Manly's earlier game, but it seems to me that Steve Menzies is quite content just to catch and pass the ball. We know how good he is getting it under his arm and taking them on. I'd like to see him do it a bit more.
18 points to 8. The Magpies in control of this contest. Inside the final 90 seconds. Kennedy back for Pearson. Always a willing worker. McGuinness, a great pass off the deck. Razzle-dazzle stuffed by the Magpies. McGuinness again. Lomamenko pulls up, goes back, and he's flung to the ground by Denny Moore.
These have been impressive too, the Magpies in their both games.
Hazard keeps the ball alive. And Kennedy so close to getting through that gap. Last tackle for the Magpies. What are their options? They go to the veteran in Hazard. Decoy runner on the inside. Chip ahead. Menzies was well positioned.
He read it beautifully, didn't he, Stephen Menzies? Here's Manly on the counter-attack.
There's numbers out here for the Magpies. Papawati gets around his man. Lang trying to cut him down again. The ankle tap is a beauty. It is a try, though. Terry Hill meandered across the final 20 metres to touchdown, but it was all over. Too little, too late, simply not enough. Manly go down by 18 points to 12. Despite that late try by Terry Hill,